Hello friends, welcome back. So today in this lecture we are going to cover up MAC changer. MAC changer is a very important topic if you are going to maintain your anonymity when performing a penetration test. Why this MAC changer is used? Suppose you are in a local cafe and want to hide your MAC address from getting logged. Then you can change your MAC address either to a different provider or different source, and or you can also clone another user's MAC address. So let's start with the MAC changer. First, as usual, open your terminal, and here you need to type MAC changer -h, and here pops our MAC changer help. If this is not installed in your system, you can type sudo apt install MAC changer, and it will start to install. Okay, so MAC changer -h. So the first thing, let's try to find out what is the MAC address of my device. For that we will type MAC changer -s, and then the adapter you want to use. For example, I am using Ethernet 0. See here, ifconfig, and here I have only Ethernet 0. If you are using Wi-Fi, then here will be WLAN 0. If you are using VPN, there will be TUN 0. So that's how it happens. And here you need to type the adapter you want to use. I want to use it for Ethernet 0. See, my current MAC address is 000C2909F0DB, and permanent MAC address is this one. This permanent MAC address is the address of the NIC you are using. Since I am using this through VMware, see, I am using VMware, so a VMware MAC address is provided. But if you have installed it in your system as the main operating system, then this permanent MAC address will be the address of the NIC you are using. And what is a NIC? A NIC is a network interface. Let me show you. Network interface card known as NIC. Let me show you. If you are using desktop, then if you open your CPU, then you can find this kind of adapters or this kind of card. This kind of cards are attached to the PCI slot of your motherboard and are used to connect through the Ethernet. And there are also the Wi-Fi ones, which has Wi-Fi enabled by default for the Wi-Fi motherboards. So these are the NIC, and this permanent MAC address is the MAC address of that NIC. Okay, and here in that, this 3 bits, that means for in this case 000C29 and up to 29, this 3 bits always provides the MAC address of the vendor. That means these are hard coded from the vendor. If you are using some Realtek type, then it will be separate, and if you are using Intel cards, then this will be different. And if you are using for example gigabyte cards, then this will also be different. So these are provided by the manufacturer, and this one is your unique address. This one is your unique MAC address of the NIC. And what is the current MAC address? Current MAC address is the address provided by the NIC to your system or to your device. And one thing, we cannot change the permanent MAC address because they are hard coded inside our NIC, and we only can change the current MAC address. And hard coded MAC addresses, that means the permanent MAC addresses, are not locked and are not used for tracking or surveillance. Only the current MAC addresses can be locked and can be traced back. So if we can change our current MAC address, then we can also maintain our anonymity when inside a local area network, because routers always locks the MAC addresses, what the MAC address is doing, what packet is sent from which MAC address to where. Okay, Now let's see another command, mac changer -r Ethernet 0. This R is used to set a random MAC address, a fully random MAC address. So if you click on this, oh sorry, my fault. We need to use sudo. See, the current MAC address was this, permanent MAC address was this, and new MAC address is this. So now if you type, let me show you mac changer -h first, and mac changer -s Ethernet 0. See, my current MAC address is changed and the vendor is unknown, and here the vendor is VMware. And that's how, if you are doing something, then your MAC address will be logged. This MAC address will be logged and it cannot be tracked back, because after your use you can also reset this MAC address. Now if you want to reset this MAC address, then you can use -p Ethernet 0, again sudo, and here you can see my new MAC address is reset to normal. So that's how you can use the MAC changer. Here another thing, if you want to close another user's or another device's MAC address and want to deceive the router, then you can use, but before that you need to disconnect that device from the router, because um, using two MAC addresses on a same device may cause collision and may destroy the network. So please try to change or please try to remove the original user when you are cloning his MAC address. So if you type sudo net discover, this net discover is used to scan your entire subnet. See, this is the MAC address of my phone. Okay. This one is the MAC address of my Redmi phone, and this one is of my Samsung phone. So let us copy the Realme one's MAC address. Let's copy this and MAC changer. Here I want to set my MAC address. Okay. So I will type -m to set my MAC address to a particular MAC address, and Ethernet 0, and sudo before this. So you can see that this MAC address, see, this one has changed the MAC address to here. Now if I type MAC changer -s Ethernet 0, then see my MAC address is changed. Now if you want to make it normal, you can type MAC changer -t and Ethernet 0, and your MAC address will be reset. So that's how you can use the MAC changer. Let me know if you have any doubts in the comment section, and we will meet in the next lecture.